Hello students, today's agenda is to check homework. We're going to learn about parts of a coordinate plane and you will be able to work on page 4. Today's students will be able to identify coordinates and parts of a coordinate plane. So before we start with an activity, I'm just going to give you lots of information about this square divided into 4 sections. And this is called a coordinate plane. Is divided by 2 lines, one vertical, which is y, the y-axis. Okay, and this is positive y, this is negative y. Then we have the x-axis. And the coordinate plane is divided into 4 quadrants. Okay, so I'm gonna write the name of each one. This is quadrant 1, which is written in Roman numeral. You can just put QI, Q for quadrant 1. This is quadrant 2. This is, so the whole thing, okay, is quadrant 3. Let me put in here also quadrant. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and this is quadrant 4. So this is how you write 4 in Roman numerals. Okay, so the other thing that you need to know is where we start is the initial point. It's right here. It's right in the middle of the 2 intersections of the axis, and that's called origin. And the origin, the coordinate for the origin is 0 for x, 0 for y. So in the previous lesson, you noticed how we started graphing, and you notice that for every point you need x and y. And the one in the middle is the origin, and it's always 0, 0. So we're going to be identifying or finding some of these dots that we have, and we're gonna say in which quadrant they are. So let's see, I'm gonna cover that a little bit. So if you need to copy this, make sure that you pause the video so that you can go ahead and copy or take notes. So it says find the order pair for point A. So we can say that for point A, it's in quadrant 2, right? I can just put that in here, quadrant 2. And the order pair, since it's in quadrant 2, and I should say before we start, quadrant 1 will always be positive because you go to the right, and y is going to be positive. So positive, positive. Quadrant 2 will always be, since you go to the left and up, it's negative, positive. Okay, negative, positive. Quadrant 3 will be negative, negative, because you go to the left and you go down to travel to one of those points. So negative, comma, negative. And quadrant 4 will be positive, because to get to that point, you will positive and then negative. Okay, so positive, negative. Okay, so now that we have that information, let's look at point A. It's right here. To get to that point, you always want to travel on x first and then y. So what do I need to do to get right there? Well, we are going to travel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be negative 5 for x. Notice how I don't count this one. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then from there, I start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's positive 6 for y. Okay, and it's in quadrant 2. Now let's let's find I. It's right there. Remember that we always put the number for X first. So to get there, how many spaces do I need to go on X? It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I don't count this one. I count 1, 2, 3, 4. It's to the right, so it's positive 4. Okay? And to get to the I don't go up or down. It just stays there. So that means that I go 0 spaces up or down. Okay, so X is 4, Y is 0. We say that this is not in a quadrant. When it's on the line, it's not on a quadrant. We just say on X axis. It's on the X axis line. It's not on any of the 4 quadrants. Okay, letter E. It's right there. So to go to letter E, you're gonna go always first on X, and then so you're gonna go like this. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for X, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Y. So 5. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5, and then 7 on Y. Okay, 5, 7. To get to H, I need to go to the left, 1, 2, so that's negative, and then 1 down. So -2 because it's to the left, -1 because it's down. I forgot to put the quadrant for letter E. So letter E is on quadrant 1. Okay, quadrant 1. Letter H is on quadrant 1, 2, 3. Remember, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's like a letter C. You start here and then you go around for the order. Es como la letra C. Cuadrante 1, cuadrante 2, cuadrante 3, cuadrante 4. ¿Ok? Empezamos aquí, terminamos acá. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, sorry, for letter H is quadrant 1, 2, 3, right? Quadrant 3. Again, Roman numerals, números romanos. Okay, now it says find the letter for the order pair. So, in this case, we have -5, -8. So -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -8. So it's to the left and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we have point G, and it's on quadrant 3. Okay, it's on quadrant 3. The next one is 4, 0. Oh, guess what? It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. It's positive, so you go to the right, and then 0 for Y, you don't go up or down, so it's letter I. Again, it's on X axis. Está sobre la eje de X. Okay, so I did a repeat right there. The next point is on 1, 1. So 1 to the right and 1 up. That's point F, and it's on quadrant 1. And finally, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's positive, and then positive 2, 1, 2. So that's point B, and it's also on quadrant 1. Okay, with this information, you're able to work now on page 4, and I hope you have fun. Bye-bye.